Met at church.
You met at church. Okay.
So we have a lot of mutual friends from school and just being in this area. So
Okay.
it was easier for us to get familiar.
So we met in school
Okay.
on the East Coast, actually. So we didn't have any mutual friends. I guess we were in similar social circles, but we didn't really know each other before at all.
每一首情歌忽然充满意义。
I'm in grad school right now, so I mean that's I guess a great place because you have a lot of people who they're not necessarily single, but they know a lot of people. So that's one way. Two, I actually happen to be wearing this T-shirt. It stands for Taiwanese American Professionals.
Oh, okay.
So they're actually it's a nonprofit organization that basically tries to bring together Taiwanese Americans, and help improve ourselves socially, culturally, and professionally.
跟我一起走，创造幸福。
So I think it works a lot in cities, actually. Like in New York is where I'm originally from, and I think it's helped connect people that otherwise wouldn't meet, and they're actually pretty compatible. And they meet on like for deeper reasons than the way like typical dating happens, because they meet based on profile. So I think it works.
So, and I know people who have had like good relationships from it. Lots of people who have like gotten married because they met online. But I have heard that I mean, you know, each different site has like known for different things.
Right.
And on some sites, and this might be true for the way guys in general work, that like basically the guy's role is to message like every girl out there, and the girl's role is to like weed through all of these until you find something that looks like a good prospect, and the guy's role then is to respond to any girl who messages you back. So it's kind of, I mean, sometimes it can be like a lot of work too, but at least you can do it from your house.
It brings about more diversity. I mean, you're going to meet a lot of people that you probably wouldn't normally meet. So I think, those are a couple of benefits.
原先我要和对象在一起也是通过网络游戏在一起的，我相信网络这个爱情还会有，但是我认为在网站上有时候感觉有些网站呢特别的虚假。
现在已经有很多，像我刚刚说 Facebook 这样上那个的话，然后同时也认识很多新的同学，然后再使用，我觉得就可能我觉得目前来说，我用的这个交友网站的工具我觉得已经够了，就可能再添加其他的会让我觉得。
我是80后嘛，我对网络这东西很感兴趣嘛，不是网络那个年代嘛，因为我感觉我会去看，尝试去看。如果说我没有对象的话，我会尝试去看，因为什么都有一切有希望，什么都有，只要有机会都是去尝试尝试。
听着礼堂的钟声，我们在上帝和亲友面前见证。
So for me personally, if I was to filter it down to one characteristic, I would say having similar values, because really without that, like you're just gonna completely like not see eye to eye at all. And that's sort of I think how we clicked at first.
I was going to say like similar values too, and that's how we met each other. So because we knew that we were going to the same church, so at least we had that in common. It makes it feel like that person is a little bit like you know something about them that you won't be like surprised by as much, I guess. And maybe for you guys, since you were at school together, you have like the value of school, you have like similar friends, so you know that the other person can't be too strange, right? As strange as your friends are, at least.
Yes.
I would say mutual respect's a big one. I mean, you're not going to always agree on everything, but if you do respect each other, you'll at least listen to each other's opinions, and work things out if there ever is a disagreement.
I think physical attraction is pretty important. Not necessarily she has to be hot or she's really pretty, but at least if you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, you should at least like looking at her. Right? So I think that has plays some part in choosing somebody. But I think after the initial reaction or whatever, then the deeper stuff, the morals, the thinking, that becomes a lot more important. Financially, I guess I never really thought about that as a huge barrier, but I do think sometimes it does play in how somebody thinks, and you make a decision. How do you make that decision?
I really am not a believer in, someone's current financial situation, because I think the values are a lot more important. Like some of my relatives and maybe part of my family background, but I've seen people that started out with a lot of money, but because they didn't have the right values, they misused it and lost it. So I think more important is just the view on money and how they would potentially use it if they had it, or where they would want to be. So.